Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
Good afternoon, here for the Mayor's Report at the opening of Johnny Garlic's, here with Steve Harwell.
What band? Led Zeppelin.
Smash Mouth, yes. And we're here at the Johnny Garlic's grand opening. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're doing here today to help kick things off?
Well, today was pretty special. Was out here eating some eggs for charity for St. Jude's Hospital. We raised about $15,000. Guy Fieri, a dear friend of mine at his new restaurant, Johnny Garlic's here, was kind enough to come on board and help prepare him. A little too much Tabasco, and a little too much jalapeno, too much onion, too much bell pepper, and too much bacon.
Now you say you ate some eggs. Could you tell us how many eggs exactly
I
you
probably
ate?
ate 3 eggs, but everybody else helped me out, and we actually devoured 24 eggs. And it was for a great cause. We raised a lot of money. And so I'm waiting for the mayor of Dublin to actually come on board and also get his wallet out because I know it's really fat.
The mayor of Dublin will definitely be making a contribution.
Thank you.
And, you know,
Put 'em on the spot.
those eggs look good. 2 dozen of them. That was quite a bit. But it's good you had a lot of help. Dublin residents came out.
Yes, you
helped
know what?
Finish them
Dublin
out.
residents came aboard and helped me out. And for everybody to come out in the rain and actually show up for that was awesome. So thank you.
That's right.
For having us. And I
Thank
appreciate
you.
everything.
Glad to be here. Absolutely. Steve Harwell, Smash Mouth, thank you for being here. Grand opening, Johnny Garlic's. Okay, well, here back here from Mayor's Report with Guy Fieri here at Johnny Garlic's, the grand opening. Yes, sir.
You're supposed to be back in your station. You don't have any time to be doing this Mayor's Report.
Hey, you too.
I'm sorry, guys. He's got a whole station. He's got to be working.
Oh, my God, I know.
You're
I gotta-
supposed to be back in pizza and dishes. Your 30-minute break is over. Thank you. It was great. Get back to your station. That was the Mayor's Report. I'm sorry. He's tied up right now. He forgot his core responsibilities. We'll catch you next week.
That's great. Well, Guy he put me to work earlier making pizzas. How was my pizza? Did I do okay?
Did a fantastic job.
All
I mean,
right.
we had to get your hands. You started to give me a little Ricky Bobby there for a minute. You didn't quite know what to do with your hands. You had the dough, and you were kind of looking at
Well,
it.
you know,
Once we got you in the groove.
Once we got going,
Yeah,
you know,
once we got
so
going, you did fantastic.
I do.
It tasted great.
It tasted great, and I do have that Italian blood, and you know, it kind of came out a little bit. The basil, can't ever have too much basil, right?
Oh, you start talking with the hands now.
Yeah, right. See, now I know how to use them. Exactly. Oh, jeez. So we're happy to have you here. So tell us a little bit for people who haven't been to Johnny Garlic's. I know, right? I like it. This is good stuff. So for people who haven't been to Johnny Garlic's, tell people about what Johnny Garlic's is all about.
Well, my business partner and I started Johnny Garlic's in Santa Rosa back in '96. We came up from Los Angeles where we were running restaurants, and we were doing these restaurants and building this restaurant company, and we're like, why are we building it for them? Let's go build our own. So we started with Johnny Garlic's. We have 4 Johnny Garlic's and 2 Tex Wasabis, which is a Southern-style barbecue and California-style sushi restaurant. But Johnny Garlic's, we didn't want it to be an Italian restaurant. I'm Italian descent as well, and we didn't want it to be strictly just Italian food because there's really great Italian restaurants. We didn't want it to just be another one.
Right.
And then we didn't want to do just kind of an all-American. So we said, what kind of food is it going to be? Well, Johnny is the all-American name, and garlic is the international, is the international food. It's used in almost every ethnicity of food. So we said, let's call it Johnny Garlic. It's got a fun little name, got a little bit of a play. Garlic is not in all of the food, so don't worry about that. But we do everything.
But even if it was, I'd be okay with it. I've never had a dish with too much garlic.
Yeah, but you know what? Some people have had garlic the wrong way.
Right.
You cook garlic and let it burn, it becomes bitter.
Yeah.
You have garlic raw, and too much raw garlic can be too hot for people. So there's a variety of issues that surround it. But it's we do a lot of pastas. We scratch make everything.
Right.
I think 95% of the items on the menu we scratch make. We make our own focaccia bread. We bring in dry pasta, granted, but if you want really good pasta with an al dente bite, you got to do that. But we have all kinds of unique dishes from, the Cajun chicken Alfredo, which is a dish actually I made in college. Blackened chicken breast cooked in a Parmesan Alfredo sauce. Everything's cooked to order.
Right.
So it's about real, fresh, handmade food. We do a variety of salads. We do fantastic pizzas that we cook really hot and fast. You saw how thin the crust is.
That's right.
So you name it. It's about full flavored food. We call it Johnny Garlic's California Pasta Grill, and You just come and check it out.
So
I think
you're all about great food, but you're also all about the community. I know we were out here today. Why don't you talk a little bit about today's grand opening, some of the community charities that you guys have been supporting with this, and just kind of in general some of the things that you've supported.
Well, my buddy from Smash Mouth, Steve Harwell, called me a few months ago and said he was having this little debate with someone about eating eggs.
Right.
And he started raising money for him to eat 24 eggs. Well, I think it was 10 eggs. And I said, well, why don't you bump it up to 24 eggs and really raise some serious cash?
Right.
So he showed up today. He has to eat 24 eggs. I was going to cook them for him. That was part of the deal. You can't just give 12 grand. You got to give a more round number.
Sure, why not?
So Steve gave
Just double
another.
it.
Steve gave another $2 grand. I kicked in $1,000, so $15,000 to St. Jude's, and it's all my charity, all my interest is about kids. I have 2 young boys myself, and so Steve came out there and tried to eat all the eggs. He didn't do too well. He didn't do too bad either. But he got some fans to jump in and help him out, and the eggs were consumed. And then tonight we're donating the proceeds from the dinner to the American Diabetes Association here in the East Bay. And that's really important. I mean, we have got to turn this program around. We have so many people that don't understand where the food's coming from or how the food should be consumed, and we're eating too much, and there's all these issues, especially when it comes to children.
Right.
Children with diabetes, come on, this is not what's supposed to be happening. We've got obese kids, we've got kids with diabetes, and we got to turn the ship around. And that's one of the things I do with my foundation is work with kids in cooking. So some really good money going to some folks that really deserve it.
Well, and that's the important thing. Guy has definitely been a leader in terms of healthy kids. Last question. You chose Dublin for this restaurant. Why Dublin? What do you love about our community?
Well, I mean, I didn't know what was going on down here, to be very honest with you. I mean, we came down to this area. Like I said, I'm a Raider fan. Love coming down here. Love the environment. I mean, there's a lot going on. But until we got inside the Dublin community, until we came to this center and started meeting the different businesses, the folks over at Starbucks, I mean, me and Ed's, as soon as we started meeting some of these people and like, oh yeah, no, this would be great to have you. And then we started to find out, get some of the enthusiasm that we got from the guests that were going to the movie theater. So we thought, wait a second. This is a place to go, and it has been an outstanding reception.
Right.
And we can't thank you enough, because opening a business, especially a restaurant, is a tough endeavor.
Right.
It takes a lot of money, it takes a lot of time, and a lot of good people. But when you have a community surrounding you and giving you the reception that we've had, well, we're off to the right start.
Well, we'll be looking forward to celebrating a lot of Raider victories after the games,
Definitely,
right? After home
especially
games.
after yesterday.
That's right. They're looking good, and
Oh, I was on
we're
the edge of my
looking.
seat
I
at
know
that
it
point.
got a little tight at the end, but they pulled through. Looking forward to a great year, and we're really happy to have you in the Dublin community. So,
thanks a lot for having me.
thank you very
guys are
much.
great. And
Appreciate
get back
it.
to work.
I'll get back to work.